Well, hey everybody, welcome back. I didn't go ahead and shoot videos much this week, as you probably saw, because everything I said to you last weekend came absolutely true all throughout the week. Basically, what a great time to go ahead and kind of review everything we said. It's an exciting time in these markets, to say the least. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and back you up a little bit and remember what I've been saying to you. I was very concerned about this market. Go back and watch the last several videos. You'll see it. We were talking about this. Even over here at this point, I was very concerned for all the reasons I mentioned in the video. So make sure you go back and watch those videos. And then we had this negative divergence forming. And then, of course, I mentioned here that while we were making a higher high in price, you had a negative divergence here on my triggers. You also went ahead and had the Dow not keeping up with the SPY. So we had a lot of problems there, if you recall from those previous videos. So what we went ahead and have been doing, though, all throughout this process here, and actually, let me give you one more update as it relates to that, is that from my perspective now, we now have a 1 bar close below on the SPY, and we have about 7 bars closed here below the channel, on the diamond. And the last time we went ahead and we had that, it was back over here in June, and that's the only time this year we've had so many. That was 6 bars close, and we did have a nice sharp recovery, which led us on to more long side opportunities. But like I said, Dow's been dragging for quite some time here, and I've been trying to keep you guys apprised of that, and issuing that warning to you all throughout this process. Plus, I talked to you about COVID, the geopolitical things. Unfortunately, all the things that we went ahead and warned you about. There's also other things out there for those of you that are world aficionados and are following the Evergrande situation in China. Something you should take a look at. Some people are actually calling it potential, Lehman Brothers type situation. So there's some very interesting things that are taking place around the world that are going to open up a lot of opportunities here. So with that being said, though, as this was getting more and more risky, we talked about some of the ways to focus on finding the better opportunities. We talked about things like Wealth Finder here. We went ahead and we talked about, of course, the almighty, super powerful Wealth Scanner. And in fact, look at some of the things. ASML. How many times this year? In fact, ASML is one of the first stocks in 2021 here that I actually mentioned to kick off the new year. Some of these different ones here. Team. How many times we talk about Team? You'll recall here. In fact, Team I mentioned like on September 1st, September 4th here, September 10th, multiple times is talking about it, even just in the last few weeks. And if you recall, some of the reasons being we had TRP, buy signals over here. We broke through the what we call target 2, and once you break through target 2 and pull back, start to take back off, that's where you get the runaways. And of course, we had my all important ITP indicators going ahead and firing off here as well. And we had throttling in the backdrop, which meant that after a pullback or consolidation, we expected a higher high. So sure enough, Team has gone ahead and been performing very well there, right? So we also talked about things like, in addition to ASML and Team, we talked about Costco. So this is why this is so important, because identifying those types of trades through like Wealth Scanner or Wealth Finder, super important, because here's that. And in fact, I actually said this in advance, and now you can see what I'm talking about in with the hindsight. What I said was having those kinds of tools and that kind of advanced algorithm activity. What it does is it helps give you a stronger stock, a stronger instrument to work with. It gives you more time to react. So, for instance, what you're seeing here in the purple, this is the SPY. Well, notice that what happened was, even as the SPY was coming down, I was warning you guys there, notice that we held very strong on Costco here. And that's part of what I said. I've been talking about Costco, forever. I mean, just even some of the recent videos, just very, very recently. The August 13th, August 16th, August 19th, August 20th, September 10th videos here, right? And you can see time and time again, look at all this trending taking place. Well, So what happens is, even if the SPY was pulling back, Costco was still hanging in here strong, giving you a lot of time to think about what you want to do and react. And even when the SPY was taking more of a hit, if you had something like Costco, you're not. It gives you more time to think about your strategy. Same thing here with ASML. So ASML finally went in and started pulling back today after this massive run, right? That we've gone ahead and had. In fact, I think it was about $495 when I mentioned it on January 5th, January 6th, the first video I did of the year. I've mentioned it all throughout the year, as you guys know, but it was one of the kickoff ones I showed you at the very beginning of this year. It was like $495 or so. Go back and watch the video. So it's gone up here quite a bit now into around the $895 area here recently, and then finally went ahead and pulled back here. But take a look at that. So what happens here is, this kept going even as the S&P was having that reversal here. It gave you several more days, and in fact, even more profit opportunities here till finally today, going ahead and pulling back. But look at all that time it gives you, potential profit opportunity. Same thing with Team. I mean, I've mentioned that several times. Like I said, September 1st, September 4th, September 10th here just recently, not to mention, the other times that we've talked about previously, the number of times it's come up on Wealth Scanner. Well, so same thing here. Take a look at Team. So the S&P has been having that big pullback here, and Team was still taking off to the upside. So the whole point of this is having these powerful tools like Wealth Finder, Wealth Scanner, having those having access to those types of powerful tools to quickly identify the best opportunities from my perspective in the algorithms to go ahead and see what the ones that have the best opportunity even in a rough market, so that it gives you time, like we just demonstrated with these other markets, when the markets are in dangerous and precarious positions here, how you can still participate in the market in a much more cautious fashion with some of the highest quality opportunities out there from our perspective. So that's the power of why wealth charts, my strategies, are the algorithms we use, and everything all kind of come together. So with all that being said, reminder, we're looking to see now if we get a 2-bar close on the SPY. Things that obviously, we're staying down and below and hitting things harder here longer. As I've been commenting, I talked to you about geopolitical things, talked about COVID, talked about all these different types of things that are happening out there to lead to this kind of activity. So we're going to be watching that very closely going into next week. Now, I don't normally do this, as you guys know. I just try to keep these videos educational or point you to like an upcoming event. But what I'm going to do here is, this is Friday night. By the time you get this video, it's probably going to go and be Saturday morning when the team gets it out. I've got the kids both. I'm coaching a soccer team for my little boy because they ran out of coaches, and so I'm helping Sarah. We're kind of coaching with another parent, and then of course my daughter's got soccer tomorrow morning in that too. And one of my students is passing through the area, so I might get to spend some time with him on Sunday. So I want to get the video out here now with you. But what I'm going to do is give you guys an opportunity. Wealth charts, of course, I can go on for hours about wealth charts, but I won't because of the video. But the reality is we have all sorts of powerful tools like Wealth Scanner, Fund Hunter, Wealth Finder, Options Hunter, Options Mapper. I can go on and on and on. But the point is that you have all sorts of different things, and we're about to go ahead and release new features we're so excited about, and of course a complete new version of the software, super powerful, super fast. And so what you guys, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity. If you guys want to join me this weekend, we're going to do this through Sunday night at midnight. Again, I don't normally do this between summits, but right now with where the market's at and how we continue to show you in advance what we're looking at and how it followed through, and so here's an opportunity for you guys to go and join us. You can go either $97 a month instead of the normal $197 for wealth charts and $197 for Fund Hunter. You get all of that for $97 a month, or you can go to the annual membership for only $970 a year, save even more money, and get other bonuses. If you go to becomeabettertrader.com/wealth charts, becomeabettertrader.com/wealth charts, you can go there. You can read all the goodies and all the different things that you get. Including, annual members get even more of these additional bonuses, including including even more cost savings, and all these powerful tools that you have at your disposal. And so it's a great time to go ahead and take advantage of that and be prepared for these markets as they get even more exciting, depending on your perspective, of course. Exciting from my perspective, to be sure. So with that being said, just go to becomeabettertrader.com/wealth charts. I hope you guys have a great weekend here. We'll have this up here for you till Sunday night, so midnight, so 11 o'clock Central Time, 9 a.m. Pacific there, 9 p.m. excuse me, Pacific. And I can't wait to go and get into the next week. Now you know a little bit more about what I'll be looking at, and of course keeping a continued eye out here to see if we get that 2-bar close and different things like that. But at least you'll be prepared and seeing the same things I'm seeing with wealth charts. You guys have a great weekend here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the flip side into next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.